welcome in today. Today you're joined by me, Daniel, and I am painting this pygmy owl I found on pixabay.com. If you don't know, pixabay.com, I've used it quite a bit. It's a cool website that has lots of awesome imagery that you can freely use, and I like to find some images to do my 90-minute art challenges from, as well as some images do help to paint a few things here and there. If I need to look up some sort of metal or something, sometimes there are some good references on there, so I do recommend it. But anyway, I'm talking about this pygmy owl. I decided this is a kind of a nighttime scene. It looks like it could be early morning, possibly. Obviously owls are out at night, as far as I know. There are a few owls that aren't out at night, but this one is, I think, I'm pretty sure pygmy owl is, as far as I know. Not an owl expert, but I'm here to draw it and paint it, so I kind of just block it in to begin with, and that's a good method, just to block in the shapes, block in the forms, just to get the overall feel and gesture of where everything goes and how everything kind of fits into the image. So that's a really good way to start it out, just to block in kind of your shapes. You don't have to do anything intricate or get all your kind of contour lines right or anything like that. You just get the overall shape, and then from there you can slowly build up and try and get the contours right and try to fix things up and get things placed a bit more correctly. It is a little bit challenging because there's some tree bits in the background and there's a tree in the foreground, and they are kind of weaved into each other, just trying to fit them all in and try to place them all where they should be. The branches was a little bit, I guess, a little bit challenging, I guess, but yeah, it was a little bit of a challenge for me. But using kind of this method did make it a little bit easier. Still, had its moments, and I could have gone for perfect with this, but I only had 90 minutes, so I just had to kind of go with the flow where everything fits, and then build up from there. I wasn't going for perfect. This, painting this image here was mainly working on the tones, that kind of to paint a kind of nighttime scene of this owl. So that's was the main focus of painting this nighttime scene. So just trying to get that feeling of nighttime was more important to me than having everything kind of perfectly placed where it should be. However, I did work on that a little bit as well. A bit of using guides and things to help me place things and try to get that owl looking right as well. But that wasn't the main focus. The main focus for this image was trying to capture that nighttime scene, trying to understand the lighting and everything with that. I did, however, try and get the drawing right and try and get it looking as it should. But yeah, just focusing on that was more important for me. This piece is a challenge. It's a 90-minute challenge. It's not something that goes in my portfolio. It's not an art piece that I show anyone apart from you guys on YouTube, and you see it kind of on the thumbnail and everything like that and through these videos. But it's not something it's a practice, it's a warm-up, it's something that helps me improve as an artist. And that's what's important. I think you do need to find times in illustrations like this where you aren't, you don't have a client involved, you don't have much involvement with it, or it's not something that you want to finalize. You do, I think, having something like this, just where you're working on um, something like tones or color, you're trying to improve on something, does help tenfold. And these 90 minutes do really help because, yeah, they do add into um, challenges that I do have throughout my painting and paintings that I've got going on. So doing this was vitally kind of helpful. So, hopefully it's getting closer to the end of this painting. Um, as we're about halfway in to talking on it. I do these for about 10 minutes of chatting about them, and we're halfway through here. It's a fun little challenge that I do every week. Every 2 weeks actually, you see me upload, but I do these probably at least once a week. I try my best with it, with doing these 90 minutes once a week. Sometimes I do only just keep up with doing one every 2 weeks, but I do try to do one a week. Sometimes I chew through them where I do two or three in a week. But 90 minutes is a bit of time to give up. But sometimes, I can do two on the weekend or something like that, not too bad. So, it's lots of fun. And, I had quite a bit of challenges. Also, I was playing around with capturing texture here a little bit more without having to kind of like putting too many strokes in there and putting too much effort into making it look like different textures. A little bit of play around with that. So working on texture here as well. I think I'm getting better at capturing that nighttime, but yeah, probably possibly a little bit more bluer in there. On the owl, it looks a bit more. My painting looks a bit more grey. In the kind of darker grey area. So I think just turning up the blue a bit more could help. Possibly, just thoughts and feelings about what I'm seeing in front of me. These things I don't fully notice while I'm doing these 90-minute art challenges, and that's kind of good because that gives you for me, I can go back and look what I've done and kind of journal about it and things like that. So it's good I can reflect on it and everything like that. Which, I did a video where I was reflecting on one of my paintings, my drawings I did. It's good to do. It's really helpful. But it's good. But with those 90 minutes, you do have to kind of do quicker decisions and where you're going to move forward, because you don't have kind of 2 weeks to keep going on it and keep creating it and come back to it, kind of a thing, or come to a stop of how to make it look better, and having a break from it and coming back to it. You kind of have to do the decisions in the 90 minutes to do the best you can. So that's kind of the good thing about it, because it gives you those quick decisions, it gives you those codes, and it slowly makes you faster over time. So yeah, I had fun creating this owl at night painting that I did. So hopefully you've enjoyed seeing it being created and me chatting about it. Keep drawing, keep creating, and see you in the next video.